This one, this is another great one flat here in Flagstaff tonight, but I was talking last weekend watching football with my buddy Billy Bob Thornton, and we were on the phone together and talked about a couple of games, and he asked me where I was headed this week. I said, well, I'm going to Vegas, and we're going over to Flagstaff, and then back over into California. He said, you're going to Flagstaff? And I said, yeah, that's great. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, he was listening. He got real quiet till for a minute. He said, be careful over there. I said, be careful. I said, what are you talking about, man? I said, I've been going over there the whole career. I said, I've never had great audiences over in Flagstaff. I said, it's beautiful up there. You get up higher and higher and higher up where the air is real clean and free. Take a big gulp before you get up there to Flagstaff, though, because you're going to need it. He said, no, it's great crowds up there. He said, he was out last summer with his band, the Boxmasters. They're out again this year. I don't know if they're coming through Flagstaff or not this time, but through what he told me about it, I don't know if they will, but he said, no, they're a great audience over there. He said, I just had something weird go on last summer when we went through there. So what are you talking about? He said, well, so we weren't actually playing in Flagstaff because we were going down through there. We'd come over from, over in California and come down and going to shoot down through there from Flagstaff down into Phoenix. He said, the crew and the band had all gotten the bunks on the bus and gone to sleep. He said, and I was the only one up. He says, I was out there sitting with the driver on up front, sitting in the jump seat across from him. So we were driving just where we got just south of Flagstaff. You get down there just a few miles south of it, and you kind of see out toward where you're headed toward down that area near Sedona, somewhere down and through there. He said, we were right out there. He said, all of a sudden there were two big flashes of bright white light in the windshield. He said, then we lost time. I said, you lost time? He said, yeah, it was weird. I said, what do you mean you lost time? He said, well, like I told you. He said, we were headed down there to Phoenix. He said, but when we came to or woke up or whatever you call it, he said, we weren't in Phoenix. He said, about 6-7 hours later, we was over in Window Rock. I said, Billy, that takes some doing to go from going to Phoenix. And I said, were you drinking or were you guys smoking anything before this happened? He said, no, we were just had eaten dinner. The guys on the bunk come out of playing a gig down there, San Juan Capistrano, was going, like I said, to Phoenix. We ended up, he said, no, we weren't at all. We weren't drunk. He said, the weirdest thing was, he said, the reservation police out there, Navajo Nation's police. He said they had our bus surrounded. They said no, he said the Navajo Nation's police were serious. They were looking at us like we were crazy. He said then I looked around and everybody realized we all had each other's clothes on. And he said, yeah, I had my roadie's pants on and a jacket from another guy on the crew. He said, it was weight 3 sizes too big for me. He said, a couple of the roadies had tried to get my pants on. One guy had one leg on, and the other guy had part of my shirt on. He didn't fit it. He said, and they said, is everything okay with you? He said, I looked down and said, yeah, where are we? He said, you're on Window Rock. He told me, you mean the Navajo Nation? He said that Navajo Nation police officer looked at me and sergeant. He said, what are you doing out here? He said, we don't know. He said, well, we got back on, Terry got back over and went to Phoenix. He said, but it happened a couple more times that summer. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, we were He said, we were going down to go to Tucson, he said, and it happened again. He said, and then another time, he said, we were on the I-40 going west. He said, and it happened. I said, man, you know, maybe there's another route you could have taken. He said, I don't know. He said, but something happens. I said, let me ask you this. Do you think you might have been abducted? Don't act like you don't know what goes on out there at Window Rock. Between here and Phoenix, over in Sedona. They call New Mexico the land of enchantment. It's got nothing on Arizona, I'll tell you right now. Arizona's the land of spooky things happened last night. He said one time we came to, we were down the bottom of Grand Canyon by these cave drawings. He said, Billy, do you think you might have been abducted? He got real quiet. He said, yeah, I think we were. He said, but don't tell anybody, all right? I said, okay, I won't. So let's just keep this between you and me, all right? It's lucky for him, he said, that the Navajo Nation police figured out who he was. They'd seen Sling Blade, and so they knew him as Carl. He said that police sergeant out there in Winter Rock said, hey, don't you like French fries? So he said, can I go now? I didn't have the heart to ask him if he felt like he'd been probed or anything. He was already too embarrassed. But let's just keep this story between you and me, okay? I told him, I said, Billy, if it ever happens again that you see those big white light flashing in the white light flashes in the windshield of the bus, you out there on I-40, near the Navajo Nations or anywhere else out there, down near the Apache Reservation in southern Arizona, you just look up there in the sky and you say, hey, Mr. Spaceman,